Tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And of course, Donovan Mitchell, one of the things he's brought that they'll miss is his slashing ability.
Yeah, like a lot of people, I didn't see the trade coming. He was the team in many people's eyes. It'll be interesting to see how they evolve as a squad with him gone.
And the basket by Curry. Well, Richard, it's no secret. Both of these teams love to let it fly from beyond the arc.
Oh, it's not green lights that these shooters have. It's a freeway. There is no lights.
To the inside. Eason. Pass to Bosch. Gets the three ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Edgecombe. Into the lane. Eason pulls it in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, my guys have studied the reports, we've reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we can be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then we'd really be in good shape. Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Operating the pick and roll like a surgeon. Curry just taking what he sees.
Pass to Eason. Here's Flag. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Harden. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Green. And so Curry will bring it up to the Warriors. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing tomorrow play.
The list of guys who have led the league in points and assists, well, it's a short one. That includes James Harden, LeBron, Wilt, Oscar, amongst others.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news, but let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
Here's Flag. Right now averaging 6 a game. Curry draws the double. Pass to O'Neal. Curry looking it over. Now here's George. The steal. Here's Harden. And here's Mobley. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. There was so much excitement around the Cavs team last season, Richard. It ended up in disappointment.
Yeah, they cruised through the first round of the playoffs, but sometimes it's better to be challenged in the first round. It sets you up as you move forward.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Pass to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Mobley, right side. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. .152 left in the first quarter. Here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Oh, and Mobley with the block. Here's Eason. O'Neal pulls it in.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And stolen by Mobley. In transition, here comes Cleveland.
Oh, wow! Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Up high, and down it goes on the lob.
Just watch James Harden. It's beautiful. He plays at his own pace. He reads the floor as well as anybody in the game.
Outside Curry. Green, a screen. 5 to shoot. Up again. Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. Outside Eason. Here's Bosch with the second effort. The Warriors pull it in. It's George on the wing. No points yet. Cranes the triple.
One of the league's best wing shooters. PG provides offense night in and night out.
Inside. It's intercepted. He got it up. That shot off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers ahead, leading by a point. Quarter number. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Here's Edgecombe. Curry finds some space. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Mobley, no good.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Green, a screen. Curry's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading. Down low. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Edgecombe. Kicks it to George. Green, a screen. George's shot is off. And Cleveland has possession. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back over to you, Brian.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. So both teams making some changes here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Curry. Shoots over Eason. Curry creates inside.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
Harden from outside. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pajemski with it. Harden picks him up. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Harden from outside. Warriors with the rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Outside Pajemski. He shoots. Shot is good by Curry. Curry's got 6 here in the quarter. And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Meet your point guard. Harden stirs the drink for you as effectively as he scores.
The 3 from Curry. Can't get it to go. Making him 5 for 10 now. Now Ellis. Yet to see a basket. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Substitution on the court.
1:46 left to play in the half. Ellis outside. Pass to Wade. Sinks it from distance. Wade's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
It's good.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Graham.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. This is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Wade, that's good. And now it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Curry takes it in. Did 7 a screen to the paint. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, it's hard to contain Edgecombe. And that opens things up in the pick and roll.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. 32 seconds left in the first half of this game. Here's Flag. Still no points. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. George outside. Melton outside. It's Pajemski on the wing. And it's Flag with a rebound.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trash.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Pass to Flag. Eason with the ball. Clock at 6. Now Mobley. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Well, Richard, for this Warriors team, that Steph Curry injury in the playoffs proved huge.
Yeah, Steph is just so important. He strained his hamstring in game 1 of that second-round series against Minnesota. And once that happened, Golden State really never had a shot in the series. Just shows how valuable he is to the organization. You got to feel for the defense. I've been on the other side of the Curry flurry, and I still have PTSD.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Cavaliers lead by 6. Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Bosch. Back to Harden. Ooh, nice D from George. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Lays out, and the rebound goes to Cleveland. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Outside Harden. Driving in. Pass to Eason. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Eason's got 7 points.
It turns out Harden was the bait that time, freeing up a shooter on the perimeter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Guys, back to you.
One of the best. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Cleveland making a change here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Curry. Screen by O'Neal. The three. Curry's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Mobley outside. Outside Eason. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Strus with the bucket.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
From a Division II college player to earning a big free agent contract, Max Strus. What a story, Richard.
Yeah, he went undrafted in 2019, and then he signs a 4-year, $63 million deal with the Cavs. And he has earned every single dollar.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the night. And Grant Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected. I just love the ball movement.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. That's his third triple of the night, his second since halftime.
Outside Harden. Back to Ellis. Outside Strus. Bryant controls the rebound and the putback.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Shot from the top of the key. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Ellis' shot is off. Warriors trail by 16. Here's Edgecombe. No made baskets yet. Here's Curry. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
With his touch, Curry can beat you from inside as easily as he can outside.
Outside Harden. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harden's gotten 4 this quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here's Schroeder. Here's Merrill. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Cleveland liking their chances, ending the
40 seconds.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Warriors trail by 15. Now here's Pajemski. Back to George. 4 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Off target from outside. Cleveland leading by 15. Here's Flagg. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
You know, Flagg wasn't going to let that dunk chance pass him by.
And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Eason. Outside Harden. Launches a three. Kept alive.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
Hey, had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Left side Curry. Curry draws the double. Outside Green. Pass to Edgecombe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. Launches it. Edgecombe, no good. Cleveland leading by 19. And there's a pick. Here's Harden. Outside Eason. From deep three-point land. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Eason's got 9 points here in the second half. Outside Curry. To the middle. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
They double him with Curry. Mobley outside. Outside Harden. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And here's Curry for three. The rebound by Bosch. And here comes Cleveland. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Outside for Harden. From outside the arc. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
A staple of Harden's attack. His three-point shot is about as lethal as it gets.
2 minutes remaining.
On the wing, Curry. Over Eason. Again, Golden State.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Pass to Eason. Now here's Harden. Here's Bosch. Over Green. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
Beautiful effort on that tip-in. High activity level is part and parcel of this game.
Curry's shot is off.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Harden.
James Harden.
Oh, the teardrop falls in. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Cavaliers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
Here's Harden. Rebounded by Green. Here's Edgecombe. Oh, deflected.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And he drops it first.
And Harden is capable of getting you a triple-double every game. His versatility is incredible.
Here's Flag. 5 on the clock. Pass to Harden. Second chance effort. And that one drops.
James Harden.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Here's Flag. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.